Hey guys, this is Pete, and today I want to clear up some maybe what could be confusing coaching advice you might have heard throughout the years. And I'm standing here in no man's land, right? No man's land. It sounds like a graveyard where, old tennis coaches go to die. So I don't want to end up in no man's land. And you've probably heard that before. Don't play in no man's land. Don't hit in no man's land. Who's ever heard that advice? And it sounds like pretty good advice, because if you get stuck in no man's land, you're probably going to get the ball hit at your feet, and you're going to miss eventually. Probably within 1 to 3 balls, you're going to end up missing if you get stuck in no man's land. That's the key. Don't get stuck in no man's land, but you got to play in no man's land, especially if you play doubles or you play somebody who's got a weak second serve. Sometimes I see, has this ever happened to you, to where you play back at the baseline and someone's, because you've been told, well, you got to play at the baseline or you got to play at the net, and the ball actually bounces twice in front of you and aces you? Has that ever happened to you? So what do you do then? Well, you got to return serve in no man's land. Get ready to return serve in no man's land, and then just be ready and have an idea of what you're going to do after you hit that ball. Are you going to take off and go to the net, or are you going to retreat and get into a baseline rally? That's one thing that's got to be in your head, so that's a good tip. The other thing is, you are going to have to play shots in no man's land. You're going to have to volley in no man's land. Lots of times, it's what I call a transition shot, to where you're going to be hitting approach shots and volleys and half volleys. So good players are very skilled in no man's land and actually hit quite a few shots in a match in no man's land. But the key is in a point, try and only hit one shot in no man's land. If you get stuck hitting 2 or 3 in a row, that's where you don't want to be. That's where it really gets to hurt your game. But to really help your game, you want to actually be quite skilled in no man's land, okay? You've got to play and hit balls in no man's land. That is something that maybe was a little bit of misinformation, or maybe you interpreted it the wrong way. You got to play in there. And so what I've done is I've come up with a new course. It's a course on playing the net. No man's land is one of the biggest areas that people are afraid of, because first of all, they're told don't play in there, so that's scary if they find themselves hitting balls. And then it's very difficult to make shots in there, so that could be intimidating and create some anxiety. So I've got a course called No Fear Net Play, and I've got a 6-part free training series for you. And if you want to take part of that and get on the early bird list, I mean, we're going to be releasing, I think, next week. So if you're watching this video, I believe today is April 8th. So if you're watching this video, it's going to be released in just a couple of days. So you can click here to get on the list, or if you're on your iPhone or smartphone, you can click the I up here in the corner, and when it's available, and it's coming out real soon, I'll make sure to send you those videos free of charge. All right, so there you go. Don't forget, guys, please help me grow this channel. You like this video, like it, that helps. If you comment below, that helps. The interaction helps. That gets us more views. And if you want to subscribe, that would be awesome too, so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, so this is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching signing off. And again, if you want to sign up for the free training, go here or here. See you guys.